So my little card display house is pretty much finished. Now, for whatever reason, I've put the door on the wrong side, so it doesn't quite match up with the logo, but in the long run it's fine. I've got an opening door, I've got a little plant pot thing here. I've got my mascot on the inside, who is fairly oversized for the shed, but that's fine. I expect that some small children will come out and have a fiddle with him anyway. So, fairly happy with that. At a future date I might make one that's kind of a quarter size smaller and actually fits in more comfortably, but I think this works for now. But what I need to do is just finish off the roof here, where you can see the plywood in between the kind of roof covering. So I'm just going to push back the ribbon slightly and just paint a little bit of acrylic along these edges, and that should hopefully cover the bare wood without causing too much of a problem about getting cards in. So I didn't want to add too much to this and make it impossible to get the cards in and out, which is kind of the point of what it's for. So I'm going to have to do it in a couple of stages. So I've pulled these back quite a bit, and then I've got to pull back the ones in between. I've got a couple of small issues. My plants keep falling out of the box, but I'm going to try and drill them a little bit further in and then glue them again, just hopefully to keep them in. I'm concerned that my lantern support here might come off again, but that's been quite securely glued, so we'll see what happens. At some future point I'm going to make a base out of paper mache or salt dough or something like that that's fairly solid that I can build it into. But for display purposes I think I'm just going to go with the piece of felt for now, and I'll work on that later on. So I'm just going to start painting, and this is done. It's probably more more complicated than it needed to be, but that's kind of what I do. So yeah, I could have just gone with a simple little holder. I've got a little basic card holder that I'm working on already, but if I'm out at big events and things, I'd like to have it a little bit more interesting, I guess. And the way I've made this is with an opening window and the gold paint on the inside. I could put in a tea light, one of those little battery powered tea lights, and then for late night or evening shows it will have the light showing through, which would be interesting. So yeah, quite enjoyed this one. Not quite making a doll's house, but used a lot of the skills I've already kind of demonstrated, so with the veneer work and things. I deliberately didn't sand back the veneer all the way, because where I'd mixed in the purple shade into the filler, it's giving it a nice kind of overall colour, which is good. I like that look. Some of the bottom edges are a little bit rough, but that'll be sorted out when I actually get it seated into something. So yeah, I'm fairly happy with this. Probably won't make another one because I probably don't need another one, but it was a nice fun project to do in between other projects. So that is my new business card holder. I'll see you again next week.